Blessings to you all. Today we're going to look at the gift of knowledge, one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit that comes through Isaiah the prophet. So what is the gift of knowledge? It's a supernatural gift that enables us as believers to understand the mysteries of faith and to see the world through the lens of God's wisdom. Catechism of the Catholic Church describes the gift of knowledge as the capacity to contemplate God in the created world. So it is a gift that allows us to reconcile the goodness of God's beauty in creation and to understand the ways that God is at work in the world. But it also does something else. It enables us to perceive spiritual truth and insight that does not come from natural or rational means. Now, the gift of knowledge is very helpful because it helps us use the other gifts of the Holy Spirit, such as wisdom and understanding, and still others in ways that are practical and effective when we are praying for people, working with people, living our lives of faith. Quick example, and this comes from my own experience as part of a team praying with somebody for healing. It became clear that God's grace of healing was being blocked. So we took a break and prayed and asked God to give us an understanding, to give us wisdom, to give us knowledge of what the problem was. And it became very clear very quickly, unforgiveness. And so when we spoke with the person admitted that yes, there was somebody that they could not forgive. So we were able to pray with them to forgive that person and then continue with the prayer for healing. So what happened there? God was at work, and we saw God was at work. And the gift of knowledge enabled us to see something that we could not have seen ourselves, that there was unforgiveness. And so we were able to use that knowledge to pray with the person, to set them free, and so that they could go on and receive their healing. So like all gifts of the Holy Spirit, the gift of knowledge is developed through prayer, through the sacraments, and through ministry itself. So through prayer, we can develop a deeper relationship with the Lord and become more sensitive to the Holy Spirit when the Holy Spirit prompts us with a gift of knowledge. Through the sacraments, we open ourselves more to God's grace, which in particular help us remove the obstacles in our own lives by God's grace, obstacles that would prevent us from more fully using the gift of knowledge. And finally, in ministry itself, where we develop the practical experience of how this gift will operate in our lives and in the lives of the people that we're working with. Happy Pentecost to you all.